I love that you try things that are like outside of your comfort zone and that like maybe you will fall a little bit, and that's okay.
Mistakes are nice.
Mistakes are nice.
Also, if you make a mistake, then I might not have to make the same one, which is a relief.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's just how we're like really glad that Taylor Swift has made some mistakes so that we don't have to.
It's true. It's true. We don't actually have to have our own Maddie Healy era.
I don't have to have Maddie Healy era.
No.
What a joy.
Yes.
Okay.
And we can go to therapy.
We can also go to therapy.
Go to therapy.
Hi. Okay, we're here with Emerald.
Hello.
Emerald's my best friend. And we're not at a math conference.
We're at a teaching conference.
We're at a teaching conference.
Mm-hmm.
And we just presented today about a math thing.
Yep.
Math teaching thing. And I want to ask Emerald about statistics because she mentioned yesterday that she failed statistics a bunch of times. And I was like, I did not know this. I want to hear all about it, but you can't tell me until we turn the camera on.
Yeah. So I did. I failed it multiple times. Let's see. The first time I failed it, I was probably 16 or 17 years old.
Okay.
I was doing Running Start. Okay. So that's the dual enrollment program in Washington State.
Okay. So you were in high school, but you were taking a college class.
Yes.
Okay.
And I didn't go to class or do my homework.
Okay.
I just tried to show up for the exams and like let my intuition guide me through the exams, which worked better than it might have, but I still failed.
Why did you decide not to go to class? Like, was that for other, like, were you not going to any of your classes, or was this like a little math rebellion?
It was a little bit of math rebellion.
Okay.
It was a little bit of my belief that I didn't deserve to try.
Oh.
And that, like, it was okay if I failed if I didn't try, but it wasn't okay if I tried and failed.
Were you worried that if you tried, you might fail?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Unfortunately, this is a bit of a theme in my life right now.
Right.
Like, what if I just sabotage anything I want now so that I don't have to, like, potentially fail at it later?
Yeah, and especially because of my math identity. Like, I had always identified as somebody who was going to go into math.
Okay, yeah.
I was a good kid in math. So, like, I could attend my psychology courses.
Right.
Because I didn't think I was going to do well in them, so that was fine.
Yeah.
There was no sort of expectation of perfection.
Right.
Where there was definitely an expectation that I would do really well in any math class, and there wasn't any room for error. So if I got 100%, that was adequate.
Uh-huh. The bar was really high.
The bar was really high.
Okay. And that wasn't just you. You had, like, familial pressure.
Absolutely.
Family. Yeah,
yes.
Okay, what about the other times you took statistics?
So then I graduated at 17, got my Associate of Arts degree.
Okay.
Went to Central Washington University.
Okay.
Where I tried again.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Why did you try again?
I don't remember.
Okay,
I think...
I was like, because you probably didn't need a math class if you were taking other math.
Right. I think I thought it would be an easy A.
Okay. Yeah, you're like, well, I'll try this time.
Right, because at this point I'm tutoring it.
Right.
So at this point I, like, know the content.
Mm-hmm.
But I, again, didn't try going to class or doing my homework.
Right.
That seems like cheating.
Got it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a true math person could just show up and pass this?
Well, maybe not a true math, but I should.
I
should be able, because I was somehow, like, magical. Or yes.
Emerald doesn't need to go to class.
Right.
Because Emerald is the smartest, and she just passes. So, like,
right.
That must have really not felt good when you didn't pass.
No. It was a bummer, and, like, I almost lost my financial aid, and, like, it caused some kerfluffles.
Yeah. Were there other classes you weren't passing? Just out of curiosity.
That was the worst, actually.
Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's worth noting that Emerald has a math PhD. That's how we met. So she's not like, yeah, right. Like, it's fine.
Yes.
Like, that's what we're talking about this.
Right.
Because it was fine, actually.
It was actually fine. So, yeah, that was the 100 level stats class.
Yes.
And then the department was sort of like, knew that I understood the content, so they let me get into the 300 level stats class.
Oh, okay. Love that.
Love that. So which I failed twice.
Oh, you failed.
I told you I failed 4 times.
I know. I just love that they put you in that class and then they were like, you'll be okay. And then you were like, no.
Well, I didn't go to that class either.
Well, no, right.
Right. Like, I have this very vivid memory. There was a Starbucks near campus that would go 24 hours a day during finals week.
Okay, yeah.
And I went there at like 11 p.m. and I was like, okay, I'm going to learn the whole term's worth of math now.
Okay. I have done something like this, and it's fun to try to learn everything all at once.
It really is. It's like there's like a dopamine hit.
Yeah. It's like,
and the problem is that I pulled it off in so many other classes.
Yeah.
Right. Like for linear algebra, I didn't go to class, didn't do the homework, and just studied for the exams and got an A.
Mm-hmm.
So,
right.
Like,
yeah,
it was working.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was getting that dopamine hit and that like reinforcement that like I should be able to learn an entire terms of math in 6 hours in the middle of the night and then regurgitate it on an exam.
Obviously, yes.
Yes.
It has worked.
I still struggle with linear algebra, for the record.
Oh, okay. Because you kind of just like smushed it into a little section.
Yeah, I didn't actually learn it.
Okay.
I just got the grade.
Got it. Okay. This is way more interesting than I would thought it would be. Because I'm like, well, how do you feel? Like, you probably structure your classes so your students can't do that now.
Oh, yeah.
So, anyway, why do you think the statistics class didn't work, but the other classes did? I think it's probably the type of problems you have to answer.
I think that, like, with many classes, I could figure it out. Mm-hmm. I had a professor in multivariable comment that he could tell by my scratch work in the margins that I was, like, figuring out the math as we went.
Right.
And I could, like, logic my way through it a little bit. And he's like, there's going to come a point where that's not going to work anymore. And, like, that just doesn't work with determining which hypothesis test you're supposed to use or what the null hypothesis is. Or, like...
Yeah, there's a little bit more there.
Yeah, and it should probably be mentioned that my dad taught statistics. That was sort of his niche.
Oh, yeah, and, like, yes. That's all we really need to say.
Yeah.
Is that, like,
so there was certainly some rebellion.
Some, like, screw you, Dad.
Absolutely. Yeah, so my dad taught at a community college, at Bellevue Community College. And, like, his sort of thing, like, his little niche was that he was, like, one of the main stats teachers there. And, so, like, he had a lot of really strong opinions about, like, how it should be taught. And, like, there was a right way to do it and there was a wrong way to do it. And, like, everything was very absolutist with him.
Sure.
And so, like, I just didn't know how to do it right.
Right.
And so I just didn't do it.
Did he, like, express disappointment?
Oh, I was nothing but a disappointment.
Wow.
Okay. I was an incredible disappointment.
Well, you don't disappoint me.
Thank you. You don't disappoint me either.
Thanks.
Yeah, so I took Stats 311. Twice.
Did you pass it eventually?
No.
Okay. Have you passed a stats class?
I have.
Okay. When did that happen?
Okay, so I graduated from Central in 2003.
Okay.
And in 2011, I went back to school. I went back as a community college student.
Yes.
In that meantime, I had been a barista and made beads for a living. And then I tore a ligament in my left hand, so I couldn't make coffee anymore. So I went back to community college, which ultimately got me back into grad school. While I was at community college that time, I was trying new things, like going to class and doing my homework.
Yeah.
It was interesting.
Like, some time had passed. You were probably...
Yeah. I'd spent, like, a lot of time thinking about, like, how I wanted to show up for myself as a student if I ever went back to school, what I would do differently. At this point, I had, like, so deeply had this, like, failure label branded on me that, like, it felt safe to try.
Yeah, you were like, well, I've already failed 4 times.
Yeah, so it's fine.
Like,
so why don't we just try going to class?
Yeah, what?
Weird. What? Weird. So, while I was at South Puget Sound Community College, that second time round, I took, Math 109 or 108, I don't remember the number actually, which is their intro probability and statistics class, and I'm proud to report that I got an A.
Amazing.
I had such a high grade going into the final, I didn't have to take the final.
Wow. Was that rewarding?
Yes.
Okay. Like, at the time?
Absolutely.
Were you aware? Okay.
Yes, absolutely. I felt like I was, like, proving to myself that, like, I could do this really hard thing, which was try.
Yeah. Yeah, trying is hard.
Trying is hard. Yeah. And, like, giving myself the grace to sort of do the things that I'd always been told would lead to success.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, like I don't want to do the way you think this is supposed to go, because the way it's supposed to go doesn't work for me.
Right. Like, of course, you know, if I walked every day and meditated, my mental health wouldn't improve.
Right.
Spoiler alert.
Like exercise? What?
Dang it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So you passed a statistics class.
I did. I got an A.
And yes. And then the rest is history.
Yeah. In fact, when I was at that community college that second time, I got a 4.0. I took a full load of classes with general chemistry and general physics and
That's good.
all sorts of things to like prove to myself that I could go to class, that I could do homework, and that I could sort of sit in that fire.
Okay. Yeah.
In hindsight, I wish I had allowed myself to get A minuses.
Yeah, you were a little focused on
I was a little too focused on perfection.
Yeah, that first A- is so freeing.
Yeah.
I'm so glad I got those.
I got it my first term in grad school.
Oh.
Yeah. And was like, all right, well, here we go.
Good. I'm glad. I think that probably helped.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. Do you think that I'm going to fail at learning statistics?
No.
What if I don't go to class?
What does going to class mean in this
idea.
instance?
No clue.
Right. So, I mean, with the way that you're learning it, you're like self-directed learning.
Mm-hmm.
You're watching videos, you're taking notes.
Yeah.
So, like, for you to not go to class means to actually not try
Not
at
even
all.
show it. Yeah,
like,
yeah.
not even attempt it.
Yeah, I do feel like I'm in the phase of this, of like you going back to community college. Like, I want to go do this, and I would like take my precious time and spend it on this.
Right.
And if I had something better to do with my time, I would do something better or different.
Right.
So,
I mean, I think, I just don't see it not happening.
I might decide I hate it.
Absolutely. And that's, you can quit.
Yeah, I might quit. But
That's fine.
Different. That's different.
You're allowed to quit.
Yeah, because I'm not super sure
Okay.
about this.
What are you afraid of?
I'm afraid my attitude will get in the way.
You are a little sassy.
Yeah, I'm afraid that like all of the problems will be, I'll feel like they're made up. All the statistics problems are made up.
Sure,
And
they're very manufactured.
Yes, and I feel like everyone suggests that when you're learning a skill like this, you use like things that you care about. But I've been waiting to have something I care about to learn statistics about, and it hasn't happened. Yeah, so I haven't heard anything that would like mean I needed to go learn statistics.
Okay.
So I'm hoping that I can like find things along the way, because my job is with data, and my colleagues do statistics.
Right.
So hopefully I would learn some things and be like, oh yes, I would like to know how to do the statistics at work or something. Even if it's not my job, I like could be aware. Yeah, so I'm afraid of that. I'm afraid I'll have an attitude, and I'm afraid it won't feel relatable to me. And I'm afraid that statistics won't have the same like fun math energy that other math does. And I'm doing this because I miss doing math. So
my wish for you.
Yes, please.
What I hope if I were teaching you statistics and I were like, what do I want you to take away from it in 5 years?
Yes.
I want you to be comfortable when people use statistics around you.
Yes.
I want you to be able to actually view that with a critical lens. I want you to be able to be like, there's something fishy about that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, okay, but how big was your sample? Okay, but like, how did you do this? Like,
makes sense.
That's what I want for you. So I want when you read research, for you to be able to actually critique their use of statistics. That's what I want for you.
Okay. I like that.
I just want you to actually be able to be sassier. Sold?
Yes, I'm sold. To be able to increase the amount of sass and be more critical and more snarky sounds wonderful.
You need to understand statistics so that you can do that.
Okay, I'm sold.
Great.
We'll try.
Awesome.
Okay, well thank you for sharing.
You're very welcome.
Very nice.
Thank you for having me.
I'm just so thrilled that you failed statistics so many times. So if you want Emerald to come speak, she's a great speaker. And my best friend. Yay. Okay, that's it. Bye. I was like, your dad taught statistics?
Yeah.
Screw that guy.
Yeah.
I have a lot of other words I won't use on camera for that.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, look how much taller I am than you.
Yeah.
That's not gonna work. Here. Okay. I think we did it.
Okay, great.
Goodbye. Bye.